It's okay, everybody. I think it's dead. Woo! God! Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of My Worst Challenge. This week, I saw Maze Runner: The Scorch Trials. Scorch Trials is the second movie of the Maze Runner series, of which I didn't see the first movie. Anyways, it tells the story of a group of kids trying to run away from an evil corporation for some reason. So, I knew I was in trouble when the movie opens up with two dream sequences. Now, the first one was actually okay, and it gave a little bit of background on the main character, whose name I don't remember. But then it cuts to about a 3-second flashback of him shooting up an elevator before it cuts to him landing in a helicopter. The helicopter, of which is set on a helipad about 200 yards from a huge building that could easily have a helipad on the top of it. But it's only set there so that you can have this artificial conflict between soldiers and these weird things running at them from the desert. Ooh, spooky, mystery, wow. And that's what most of this movie is. Really hackneyed, artificially developed conflict for both character development and just action sequences. But the action sequences are actually directed really well. In fact, the whole movie's directed well. It's acted well, and it also looks great. It's just for the story, nothing happens. They go from point A of landing at this big building to point B of running to escape it to point C of getting to their destination. And then deciding to go back to point A for some reason. And it's not done in a cool Mad Max way where they're like, oh, we have nothing ahead of us, let's go back because there's nothing better to do. They straight up have a place to go. But they decide to go back. And that's how the movie ends. Cliffhanger, part 3! So yes, tons of artificial conflict. There's even a point where we're supposed to believe that at some point along the line, the main male lead started having doubts about his feelings for the main female lead, but nothing happens to show us that that's actually happening other than a reveal where he realizes, oh, I care about her. But there was nothing to show, ever, that he didn't care about her. He went out of his way to show us that he cared about her. This movie is just a whole lot of nothing. Mostly just going from point A to point B. I didn't see the first movie, so I figured I'd be able to pick out some big reveal and be able to judge it on that, like some sort of I am your father moment. But there isn't. The biggest reveal is just that the drug that the evil corporation wants is inside the kids, which we already knew. And by the way, the evil corporation is straight up called Wicked. Evil corporation. Wicked. I repeat, they're called Wicked. It's not a disparaging nickname that everybody has for them. They are straight up called Wicked. Oh! But from the nearest I can tell, the only thing that makes them evil is that they're sort of going about finding this cure for this horrible disease in a slightly unethical manner, which sort of falls into the, why don't you try really hard to not do this unethically? So ultimately, the good guys are trying to stop a corporation from finding a cure, not a vaccine, a cure for a horrible plague that's destroying mankind. So ultimately, the protagonists want a humanity-ending virus to win? I think that was my takeaway. It didn't do really anything other than showing that this evil corporation is evil because they have guns and they're trying to get kids and drain them of fluid. Ugh. So evil. Ugh. Now, I was a dumb teenager, but I really hope that if I were a teenager now, I'd hate these books and all of these young adult dystopian books because they're all just so two-dimensional and painful and bad. Ugh. Ugh. I'm sick. So anyways, yes, evil corporation called Wicked. Everybody should be fired for that. And with that, I'm gonna call it a night. Oh boy. Hopefully I'll be back in a month. Hopefully with The Last Witch Hunter. Woo! Go Vin! Okay, see everybody. I apologize for nothing.